My name is Gautam Sashittal. Until last year, I was the CEO of the Dubai Multi-Commodity Center, DMCC, in Dubai, where we had created an award-winning free zone and created several initiatives in trade finance that have really made an impact on the trade in Dubai. Now, why did I join TradeAssets in particular? I've known the founders, Lakshmanan Shankaran and Sumit Roy, for a long time. Both bankers with deep expertise in trade finance and people I trust, people who understand the industry, who have a vast network of trade professionals who can basically support them in creating this marketplace. What I found exciting in particular about this marketplace is that it hasn't been addressed before. You're talking about a $3 trillion marketplace, and it's managed the way it was probably for the last entire generation. It hasn't changed. It's emails and telephones and so on. So what are the advantages of using TradeAssets? Number one, everyone talks about blockchain, but TradeAssets has actually delivered a platform which is blockchain enabled, which means trust, which means transparency, which means an immutable ledger. The second is access. And when I talk access, I'm typically talking about access to smaller banks in emerging markets who have not had access to the global marketplace for trade finance. The third thing that I'd say is transparency in pricing. Number four, what it also does is it allows banks to manage their trade limits more effectively. They can churn their assets around a lot more regularly, as also optimize their limits. And today, banks are probably using only a part of their limits because they're restricted by the banks they deal with, the countries that they deal with, and they don't have the entire universe of banks or countries within one platform. So it's only limited to the number of people that are transacting bilaterally with each other. One last thing that I would say here is that this platform has been developed by ex-bankers who have intimate knowledge in trade finance, as I said earlier. And this platform has been beta tested by bankers as well. So you're talking about a platform created by bankers for bankers and financial institutions. And this is why I believe TradeAssets has the ability to fundamentally change this marketplace, which hasn't changed in over a generation. There is a $1.5 trillion trade finance gap. TradeAssets has the ability to actually narrow this gap, to address this gap.